Georgia Bulldogs and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sidelines. Holly?
Michigan went through one of the most dramatic off seasons we've ever seen in college football, but they have steadied the ship, hiring longtime head coach Kyle Whittingham, who is highly respected and highly thought of in this industry. Whittingham has brought some stability to that program. We'll see if he's able to get the same results on the field with a talented roster. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Running inside. It's Marshall. Might have a chance. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, no secret. This guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Breaks into the open. Quick step and go. Finally out of bounds at the 21-yard line after the big run.
3rd down and 2. You know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big 1st down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
Underwood. Got his man out of the backfield. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Motion from the back. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing the turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive effective first down play at 2nd and 6. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Finds his back in the middle. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down.
And that's a frustrating drive. Not the drive they were trying to put together. 3 plays, couldn't find a way to break somebody loose. Catching the football, getting tackled. Offense still trying to get in a rhythm, trying to make something happen on their side of the field.
Just needs a crack to get a return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Gonna run it. It's Marshall. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Brought down at the 46-yard line, and that's enough for the first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Pulls and fires complete. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball. Close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The Wolverines have this offense rolling. Here's Underwood to throw. Got it. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Throwing, Underwood. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Handoff, Frazier running left. Here's a little room there. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So here comes the Michigan offense. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
Gets it out fast. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be fourth down. The Wolverines will punt it away on fourth down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Let's see what he can do with it. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Right back to him on the ground. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. To throw, it's Stockton. Escapes the pressure going right. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Oh my, he just shanked that one. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Play action with Underwood. Throws for the tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion in coverage. For the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
Catches it at the 15. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Motion from the wideout. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. There he goes. Got enough for the first. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. This one's complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They make the stop. It'll be fourth down. The defense does have a timeout to use if they want to try to put up points
defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
No fair catches here, looking for room. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
To the air, it's Underwood. Makes the grab, it's Marshall. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 6 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Buckeyes getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here comes the Georgia offense ready to go on the attack. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to...
There's a crease. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Bulldogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Now on the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The run inside. It's Frazier.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to throw. It's Stockton. Going long. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in a split backfield. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Got enough for the first. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
They're going to ride this running back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Underwood. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Here's a give to Frazier. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Frazier again. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Handoff for Frazier. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
And you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down.
Well, you got 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls for that, so they go with the safe run. And a nice job getting a lot of the yardage back. Obviously, you don't get the first down. You either do 2 things. One, you help out the punter here, or if you decide to go for it and you trust your quarterback in your passing game, let's find out what this coach wants to do.
Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
He doesn't get it back to the 25. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Step picked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. 4th down, Underwood. Throws to the tight end. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that 4th down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the 4th quarter to get me the football back.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Frazier again. Tough, determined run. Gets it down to the 12.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got to lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
Zone. It's Frazier. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the 1st on the ground like that. We're in a 1-possession game.
They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Things had not gone the way they planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Here's Underwood to throw. Quick pass and catch good enough for the 1st down. Didn't need a lot, but they got enough. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Here's the pressure, and they got him.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the fourth quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. Underwood from the gun on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Wolverines go back to work after moving the chains through the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense. Putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground. And they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Holds it in. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Throwing, Underwood. Shoots it to the left. Got his man downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Rush is on him. He'll throw it. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down. You've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill. Like, I can work the whole field. And here coming up on third down, man, don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to run it. Don't be scared to throw a screen to get some yardage to get a first down.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.